Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm here to recap Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13, episode 10, baby. And what happened in the dungeon? That is the question. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. We talk TV, movies, and commentary, current events, trending topics on this channel. So if you are into any of those things and you love to see this beautiful face, make sure you subscribe, click like, comment, let the diva know you stopped by, and make sure you come back. So without further ado, let's just get into this episode. Well, these last two episodes were the best of the season. I like last week's episode much better. It just seems like they're about to get nastier and cattier as the season goes. Now it just seems like it's going to get nastier and messier as the season progresses. The women are friends in this whole dynamic. We're in season 13, so the dynamic is always going to be off. So let's recap the dungeon party, shall we?
So the ladies want to know if you can come back. I don't know, just party.
They still
You know, it's cool. Okay.
My number one and my side chick.
So, Mistress.
Yes.
Polo said he would come back out with you guys.
All right, ladies, put your masks back on.
Yeah, bring them out, bring them out. And then hopefully we can get you guys to turn off the cameras for a little while so we can actually have fun.
Yes.
No, we can't really have fun. There's cameras everywhere. I don't give a about those cameras.
Y'all cut? Oh, good.
Yes! I love it!
It was like a group consensus. Just cover the cameras.
Now we're gonna have like the real bachelorette party where we can really just forget about what it looks like.
Come on,
Oh my gosh.
Where is Bolo and his thing? Latoya! Come on down and come.
Are you a homosexual, bitch?
Don't touch him.
And that's where I want to be. I want to be where the fun at. So now back to this investigation with Kenya. Down in the backyard, they're eating the seafood boil that Latoya made. Looked good, smelled good, everybody enjoyed it. Porsha still got the stank face because of Kenya's antics. You know, bringing up, the whole events and kind of talking over it in the morning, that's one thing. But where Kenya is at, she's actually guilting the girls and judging the girls and bringing shame and all of that stuff, and that's where it's not cool. So everybody is like, no, that's not cool. So they wanted Porsha to pray over the food. Porsha was like, I'm not in the praying mood. So I think Cynthia bust out with the prayer and then a cute little small prayer. And then right after the prayer, then she talk about sex child. Cynthia chimes in saying that she thinks she's a voyager because she likes to watch. She got all hot and bothered watching all that girl on girl play. So she went upstairs to finish herself off. I said, okay, but Cynthia, I don't blame you. Then they started talking about Bolo's peen. Drew and Latoya kind of had some words of exchange or whatever. That's normal for them. Basically, they're saying that we had a bachelorette party. We are supposed to have fun and enjoy ourselves. Now here comes all of the judgment and the guilt shaming from the aunties, from the prude-ass aunties. So what I want to say about that? What I want to say about that is that I know when we got into the thick of this pandemic and then they had to start filming again. So this was the first time they had been out partying. And for Kandi to bring the whole sex thing into it, I knew it was going to go there. I knew it was going to go left because everybody been cooped up in the house. Everybody got cabin fever. They ain't been partying. Kandi got these girls in thongs. They looking good. They looking juicy. They got Big Bolo on the scene with the penis to the gangster lean. Child, I mean, what do you expect? I knew it was going to go down, and it did. So I wasn't expecting anything different. However, like I said, it's a reality show. One, they are at work. You notice the ones that knew that they were at work did what they were supposed to do because they know they got cameras and what? Mics. So they let that Henny and that tequila get the best of them, and they was caught with their drawers down around their ankles, child. Hey, what can I say? But King was down there busting it wide too, so she can't even say nothing. But see, King didn't participate in the after party. She was down there for a little bit, and then she went back upstairs. And then production, when I said she was busting it wide, production rolls the footage. But when she busted wide, they had to creep. Oh my God. Okay, so then Latoya turns her attention from Drew and then beelines to Keekee. And Keekee was like, hold up. You better fall back. Then they started talking about whose room was the noises coming from. Porsha was like, it's my room, right, Keekee? Keekee was like, I didn't say no names. She didn't say any names, but she baited them and they fell for it. Tanya dumbass actually ends up admitting that she spent the night in Porsha's room. We was like, oh my God. Kandi was like, oh my God. Girl, we know Porsha just screwed Bolo. And then your dumb ass gonna put your behind that got a fiance at the scene of the crime. What was you thinking? Anyway, Marla was saying that she heard a sex party going on. Kandi says, Kenya said that she heard some sex noises and she possibly is not lying. I was like, Kandi, stop being messy. So all the girls go back home. Everybody's in their respective places. We go to Drew and Ralph. Ralph is complaining about the move, how hard it was. He was kind of being condescending. Drew ended up telling him what happened to her only. She didn't delve into no details about anybody else. Put a pin in that because we're going to get to that in the next scene. So she was like, she put her ass up on him and she was doing all this stuff or whatever. And he was like, he had the dumb look on his face, and I was enjoying it because, you know, he's an asshole and he needed it. So I think, you know, she got a kick out of it, and she did it on purpose because she was trying to basically get him back for him leaving for 3 days, not telling her where he was going, not telling her shit. And he didn't tell her a fucking thing. He didn't tell her nothing. And then so she tried to flip it on him. Yeah, when he started, you know, trying to question her and all this other stuff. And she was like, well, you know everything I was doing. I just told you. But what did you do in Tampa? Shut his ass up then, right? Okay. So getting back to where I'm talking about. So the next scene, Cynthia tells Mike, this was her engagement party. I mean, her bachelorette party. And she was talking about Bolo's pee. And she was like, he pulled it out and did like the windshield wiper. The windshield wiper. He said, like this? She said, yeah, like, and then he was like, She was like, I could not. They was so funny. What I liked about him is that he took it all in stride. He seemed very confident in him and Cynthia's relationship and his own masculinity, that he didn't feel the need to get jealous, or maybe he just didn't do it on camera. Maybe there'll be a conversation later on down the line, but I like it. He was cool with it. He got up on, like, she was on the couch and he was like, oh, she was doing like this, and he got up on her. He was doing like this, getting all up in her face and stuff, and then trying to grind on her or whatever. Cynthia is such a prude. Like, I need you to loosen up, girl. I need her to loosen up. Is it just me? I just need her to loosen up. But anyway, and she ended up telling Mike that someone to screw the goddamn stripper. I said, oh my God. Pillow talk. You know how you get with your spouse and you say anything and everything to them, because usually that's just how y'all relationship is. So yeah, so anyway, I was just like, that's gonna come back and bite somebody in the ass. Candy's messy ass is telling Don Juan, he said, I'm gonna be like a lap dog waiting to lap up all the smoking the hot tea. So he said he actually went into the whole thing that we had to pay Bolo overtime, we had to pay the Uber overtime, we had to make all these arrangements, because he was booked until 2 a.m. and he didn't leave until 7. So he was going into all that, and then so Candy was like and then at the end of the conversation, because the way Candy, you sneaky. Are you the bone carrier? You sneaky. Because by the time we get to the end of that conversation, Don Juan then surmised that it was the social justice snatch. So Bolo done got him some social justice snatch. And that is Porsha's role. Like, she's been protesting and getting arrested for Breonna Taylor and all that stuff. So there's that. So Kandi, you was wrong. So next, King is at a photo shoot for a magazine. I think they're supposed to be doing women's empowerment. And I don't know why King is there, but that's neither here nor there. Look, Latoya comes down to the shoot. She says she's wrong for trying to hurt the other girls' relationships. Kenya was like, basically, you're pussy whip and you're up here like switching sides. You're supposed to be on my side, and you're sitting up here talking about I'm wrong for putting their relationships in jeopardy. She was like, no, they're wrong. They're the ones in the relationship. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And I was like, touche, Ken, touche. So, life lesson. If you're going to go do some dirt, you do some dirt with the girlfriends you know that ain't going to run their goddamn mouth. Period. And because, like I said, these girls, this is not a friend group. These girls are just working together at the end of the day. And they have the polite, casual, hi-bye, whatever. But they've been working together for 13 years. Yes, they know each other more than the average person, but they are not friends. They are not. They have alliances. They have all of that stuff, but they are not friends. Don't get it twisted. So Kenya basically wants Latoya to realize that you're my minion and you're here to serve me. And, Latoya is the newbie and King is the OG. So then she starts playing the victim about bringing her daughter on the trip. Don't nobody care about that, whatever. Latoya was on Porsha and she was jealous. Bottom line. King admits that she has a crush on her. Okay. And that she wants her loyalty. Like, we came in here, we was freaking frat. Now all of a sudden you all on these other girls, like, what's good? Like, are we still gonna be, we still in alliance, we still tough with each other, let me know. So then Latoya, I guess she kind of tuck her tail between her legs and be like, okay. So I guess that was the answer that Kenya wanted to hear. Kenya feels better and knows that Porsha and Tanya were the ones that hopped on the dick and did a full split. Shout out to Rodney the Voice. So next we see Drew and Porsha together. They come over to Porsha's house. Drew comes over. They're getting to know each other. Porsha expresses to her that she's impressed how she stood up to Kenya, with being a new girl on the scene. Ralph keeps blowing up Drew's phone. So by the time he called like the second or third time, she was like, I guess it's time for me to get back. I was like, the nerve of him. He gone for 3 days, but she go down the street and you calling her like that. Drew, you better than me. I mean, you ain't better than me because that would be a no-go. Absolutely not. So then we have Kandi and Ace playing. It was cute enough scene, but fast forward. Cynthia and her mom and her sister Noelle talking about the wedding. It's a fast forward, but the only thing to note was that Noelle was pointing out Cynthia's ashy feet, and it was so funny. Production zoomed in on her feet, and Cynthia was trying to hide them and stuff like that. It was funny. It was cute enough, but anyway, it was nothing to talk about. So lastly, Kenya goes to her lawyer's office. She looked good. She was well put together. So she goes into the lawyer office and starts talking to him and telling him that he's sending her love playlist and say he want to get back with her. And then next thing you know, he busts out laughing. He's like, he was laughing at her. He was laughing at her. Then she started laughing with him. He was like, he did, huh? He was like, well, while he was sending you these playlists, he served you with divorce papers. And he asked for alimony. So check that. She was like, what? What? She could not believe it. Her face was cracked on the ground. 1,000 people. And she was just like, she couldn't believe it. She was sitting there in disbelief. And that lawyer is not shit. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Y'all let me know, what do you think about Kenya's man asking her for alimony? Last season, he told her he don't want her money, right? He said he don't want her money. He was like, I built this on my own. He was like, you can have whatever. I can build whatever I built once. I can build it again. And now all of a sudden we getting some alimony papers. Check that. Anyway, it just shows, it goes to show you, it just plays into this narrative how women are just so desperate for men that they will look stupid down to the national TV just to say they got a man. I'm gonna need y'all to do better. But anyway, that was the episode, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about the episode. Like, these 2 episodes, I told you they were funny. I enjoyed them for the most part for whatever they're giving. They're not giving much, but for whatever they're giving a little bit. I have a Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist if you want to go back and see any of my other reviews or recaps on it. Yeah, so make sure you follow me on my social media, and if you want to look at another video, you can look at me right here. All right, later.